Human trafficking is the action or practice of illegally transporting people from one country or area to another, typically for the purpose of forced labor or commercial sexual exploitation. There are over 20.9 million victims worldwide that suffer from human trafficking. There are two main types of human trafficking, such as sex trafficking, which is when someone uses force, fraud, or coercion to cause a commercial sex act, and labor trafficking, which is when someone uses force, fraud, or coercion to cause a commercial labor act. Overall, labor trafficking is the most common form on a global scale, but sex trafficking is the most prevalent form nationally. The majority of victims are young girls that are usually between the ages of 12 to 14. Foster kids and victims of sexual abuse are at a high risk of human trafficking due to a lack of support system. People who are desperate for attention and open on social media tend to attract traffickers' attention more than others. There are three main types of traffickers. The first is a Romeo pimp. They use gifts, love, and attention to draw in young and naive victims. The second is a gorilla pimp. They use force and physical violence and look for unsupervised victims. The last example are recruiters. They tend to be overly friendly women or charming men. They compliment victims and give them a false sense of security. Traffickers use a tactic called grooming. They keep their victims close and isolate them from friends. They also monitor their location and take money. Traffickers trap victims by means of rape and threats to hurt loved ones. Signs a person might be groomed are a change of appearance and style, receiving expensive gifts, being controlled by a loved one, or frequent truancy from school or work. Major indicators of sex trafficking include no control over his or her own money, isolation, large debt, or not free to come and go. Forms of contact and support for human trafficking include calling or texting 1-888-373-7888, seeking help from the YWCA, the Salvation Army, or YSS, and telling a trusted adult or police. People can help by wearing blue on January 2nd to show support for victims and raise awareness. Other ways to help are to talk to your local government and donate your time, funds, and skills and materials to the aforementioned organizations.